Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. Alrighty, so it is still Tuesday. So I've been eating some green grapes, and because I have a headache and I wanted to eat something and everything so that I could take my Advil and be a happy person. Right now I'm waiting for my clothes to dry because those are like all of my uniform. Like I have like 2 uniform shirts left, but I kind of wanted to get my laundry done today because knowing me, I'm gonna be lazy. Will be lazy, and I'm not gonna want to do laundry and I'll have uniforms and all that stuff. All right, so I read both of these books tonight, and so I'm going to go through them. So I am on chapter 21 of The Island, and there is a guy, or yeah, it's a guy. The author made it clear it's a dude. He's going around, and yep, he's killing people. Oh man, I will say this. I literally am like knowing that most of these kids are not going to get off the island. And I'm kind of wondering who's actually doing it. I'm kind of wondering because I'm having a great time reading this book. I've been wanting to read this book since I saw it at Myers. Sorry. I have her newest book that came out, I believe, last year called The Obsession. And I know she's bringing out another book. I think either she might have already brought it out or she's bringing it out. But I literally am like, she takes things that could possibly happen to kids and puts it in a book. So I really like Natasha Preston a lot more than Frida McFadden. But anyways, this one literally, they found a girl. I can't remember. I cannot even remember her name. I think her name was like Lena or I don't know. Anyways, yeah. I will tell you right off the bat. The guy that our main characters with definitely, probably, most likely is not the killer because they're running away from the killer. So, definitely not. And there's a mention of Jeffrey Dahmer. And you can tell that Natasha Preston is probably old enough to remember who Jeffrey Dahmer was for her to put him in the book. Yeah. So, I have this much left to read. And, yeah, I'm enjoying this. Alright, so I read 100 pages of Mort by Terry Pratchett, the second of 4 books that I got from Barnes Noble via DoorDash. I'm already going to tell you, as soon as I finish this book and those 2 over there, I'm going back on DoorDash. I'm going to call up like Barnes Noble first, just to make sure they have it, and I'm going to pick up like the next 2 Terry Pratchett books. I think it's Guards and Pyramids. I'm not exactly. I know one of them is Pyramids, but Mort's a really interesting character, and I must say this: I have read this much book, and this is how much I have left. I'm enjoying my first book that deals entirely with Death and his apprentice. And it's really interesting to see the foundation of one of Terry Pratchett's, at least in my own personal opinion, of one of Terry Pratchett's most popular characters, which is Susan. And it's just normally when we have the character of Death, he appears a couple times. This book is entirely dedicated to the adventures of death and, and kind of a little bit of Mort. And for people that don't know, I went to Barnes & Noble like a couple years ago. And I got these kitties reading books. So adorable. I use this for like my physical books. But Terry Pratchett does such a great job in weaving this world that he's created. It's like he spent so much time writing down the lore of Discworld and the characters of Discworld, and just loving it a lot. Tomorrow I wake up at 8, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Kobo out, because the library book is on Kobo, and I am going to read. I think there's going to be, I think on my Kobo I'm down to 187 pages, and it's due in 3 days. I'm going to definitely get the book read in 3 days. So tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to read like 87 pages, and then I'm going to mark it, because I've been marking it, in my book where I'm at. And then when I get home, I will probably finish the book. So that book will not just be reviewed on this channel, but also in my fantasy channel, and I will put it up in my fantasy closet, and everything. So as soon as that book is done, I'm pulling out the next book, and I'm just going to borrow it. I'm probably going to go ahead and just borrow it and have it put on my Kindle and read it. But yeah, absolutely enjoying Mort. It was definitely worth the wait that I spent waiting for the cover art that I was really, really enjoying and everything. So, as I said, tomorrow I'll read Mort, and I'm also going to read probably a couple, like 2 chapters of The Island, but I won't do the video until I finish. I have a feeling I'm going to finish both The Island and Mort tomorrow, because I am about 8 chapters away from finishing The Island. And then, of course, I will be starting on The Wolf King Thursday. Anyways, so that is my video for today. I'm going to be reading, like I said, I'm waiting on my clothes to get dried, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can finish The Ghost and Miss McKeer, if that's how you pronounce her name. This coming, probably Friday, I'll probably do it Friday, I'm going to pick up the second book in the series. I think I said there was like 9 books in the series. So I'll pick up book number 2, and then probably tomorrow I'll start on that one free book that I got an email about. And if I happen to like that book, then I'll pick up the second book probably next week. So, anyways, alright, so that is my video for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.